于是那我就简单的开始了。Dr. Susan and Miss Gloria. And two students, I guess, is Lu Weiker and Luo, Binding. Okay. Okay. And two students from Department of Computer Science. Yes.
I'm from Japanese department.
Okay.
I'm from Transportation Management.
Transportation Management. Okay. And OIC settings. Okay. I'm Jamir, heading of the Office of Indonesian Cultural Affairs. Again, on behalf of Taiwan University, I would like to welcome Dr. Susan and Ms. Gloria come over to our university to pay a visit, as well as having today's presentation. And going abroad is one of the most important global policy of Taiwan University. So we do encourage our students to go abroad, as your university encourage your students to go abroad. Okay. So today is a very great opportunity to students to better understand ASEAN University. And your university is one of the most important partners for our students. So, but many students know US, Australia as a study destination. Okay, so today is a great time for students to explore new opportunities. Okay, so again, on behalf of Taiwan University, I would like to appreciate your time and the information you share. Okay. So I would like to hand the time to Dr. Susan.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And for Asia too, Tamkang is a very important part. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And so would you like to speak?
Oh, yes,
another
absolutely.
meeting. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, and
Thank you so much for everything. It was lovely seeing you again, and I hope to see you again very soon. Are you going to be at EAIE next year? No.
I look forward.
Okay, next time you're in Europe, you need to tell us. Okay, please?
I have your card.
You got my card. You got my number.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for
I'm
everything.
sorry for
Lovely.
the
No worries. Thank you so much. Okay, see you soon.
Okay, thank you very much. I give you my card too.
Actually, I have yours.
Yes,
Just
thank you
in
very
case,
much.
yes.
That's very
So
nice.
just
in case.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, definitely.
Every year.
Do you think it's a good idea for me to project a PowerPoint presentation?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Should I do sit there? For the cables?
You can sit there.
Okay.
Okay, I can help you. I'll find a window. So you have a USB?
HDMI.
Okay. So probably just use this one.
This one?
Yeah. Use your computer.
Okay. Here, let me put this in, and I'll be able to click it from there. Let me open it, and then I'll put my remote control, and I'll be able to run it from here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. 好，各位全是
你会这个吗？你会用电脑？
我不太会。
我不太确定它可不可以直接投影上去。
Okay. Et j'ai mis une présentation sur.
So I'm not very good in the facility. I'm not sure if you can project it or do I need to?
I think we're going to need to cable it.
Okay, so
Do you think we need to cable it with the HDMI cable?
we have it here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Okay, let me just make
computer.
sure that I can. Check. It's not going very fast, but yeah, I can go through this. I'm going to use my remote. This way I can sit here. Okay.
Yes.
And maybe we could do it full screen.
I'm gonna switch over here.
Okay. Thank you.
你的线非常好，这还需要别人点。
While we're waiting, this is my card, okay? You too? It went to your colleague. Okay, thank you, perfect. Lovely, okay. Now, and let me just, before we start, I gave your colleagues my card. This is my business card, okay? Thank you for coming today.
She's also a student.
She is?
A student.
Yes, I realize, yes, yeah.
The major is, sorry, her major is French.
It's French. Oh, wow, bonjour. Vous allez bien? Ça va? Oui, ah ben, très bien. Enchantée. Enchantée. Okay. So hopefully, let's see if this works. Am I going to, yes, ha. My little clicker. My name is Susan Lubet, okay, and I'm Director of International Relations for a French engineering school in Paris and in Laval that's called ESIA, okay. We are a school that does engineering in computer science, just computer science, okay, and we have had a long history of partnership with TAMCAM, and at several times TAMCAM students have come to ESIA to study for a year in computer engineering courses taught in English, okay, with some survival French classes also, okay. So I have some slides. I will go through them quickly because maybe some are not important to you, but I will send all of the slides to the International Affairs Department so that they can share them with you, okay? So, ESIA, you can see how old the school is, founded in 1958, 2 campuses. ESIA is very small. It's a small university compared to TAMCAM University because we only have computer science. It's like one department at TAMCAM or one faculty at TAMCAM. And so we only have 1,800 students. It's quite small. I think TAMCAM maybe 10,000 students.
20,000?
Yeah, I think about 10,000 students. But you have lots of departments here that we don't have. Okay, so this is what you can study if you come to ESIA. Everybody does computing and digital sciences, and everybody does personal development projects, okay? Everybody does project methodology and management, but then there are specializations. If I look here, the specializations are in software engineering, cyber, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, embedded autonomous systems, okay? So everybody does some of this and some of this. Now here you can see where ESIA's campuses are. This one right here, that's Paris, okay? That's where we have administrative offices and one big classroom and smaller classrooms, but not so much. Then the main campus where TAMCAM students come to study is here, just outside of Paris in the town called Ivry-sur-Seine. And that's the entrance to the school, okay? In 2026, we will go to a new campus that's very close to this one, but it will be a brand new building and a much better quality environment for our students, okay? We also have a campus here in the city of Laval, okay? And this city, this is where I work most of the time, okay? It's a city of about 70,000, I think, 60, 70,000.
It's, I'm not sure. In, 50,000, I think it's the whole
Yes,
region.
50,000.
50,000, but if we count the outlying communities, we might be at 70 or 80,000, okay? So it's much, much smaller than Taipei, okay? If you like green grass, cows, okay, this is the place to come. This is the building, see that triangle? That's our building, and my office is up here, okay? Sometimes I can hear cows from my office. Okay, it's a completely different environment from the Paris environment. Okay, and so at ESIA, just like at Tamkan, international study period is a requirement for the degree. Okay, and so every year we send about 450 ESIA students abroad for study, just like these two gentlemen that you see here. Okay, who are here for the semester. Okay, those are two French guys. Okay, and so how do you come to ESIA as an exchange student? Okay, you can do 1 or 2 semesters, either undergraduate or at graduate level. Okay, and so those are a few of the courses that we've done here. The big question will be which courses are taught in English. So the English taught courses are on the Ivry-sur-Seine campus, not in Laval, okay? And then here's what you could do. Today we had a long talk with the chairperson of the computer science department. And we talked about perhaps creating a dual degree between Tamkang University and ESIA. That means that you would do your bachelor's here, then come to ESIA for 2 years and finish your bachelor's at ESIA and get the Master of Science or Engineering degree from ESIA at the same time, okay? And that would be these 2 years, okay? Here, there. And so this one is also a good opportunity if you just want to come for 1 semester. This one here is a nice one, okay? But I think now that the Tamkang computer science students all have to come for 1 year. So this one would, if you want to come just for 1 year, this would be a nice one because this is where we have also ski trip to the Alps during that year of study, and where there are also companies who come to the ski trip, and the students meet with companies to hopefully get an internship. Okay. And then afterwards, okay, those are some of our students here. There are lots of clubs at the school. There's sports clubs, artistic clubs. There are also clubs that work to do humanitarian projects, okay? And I think that if you get involved in a club, you'll meet a lot of people and have a lot of fun, okay? So what happens is, if you are interested in coming to our school for a study period, you would work with the International Affairs office here and talk to them about your desire to come to ESIA. Then they will look at your academic record and your level of English, and then they will send us your name and your email address, and we will get you started on the application process, okay? So the first thing is, the people at Tamkang University nominate you. Ms. Acid Chu, okay, or Dean Ye, they nominate you, they send us an email. Then we contact you with this information here. Thank you. Thank you, Gloria. And it's quite an easy process. We just need your study transcripts, your CV, proof of your English level, your passport, etc. Okay, so that's a quite easy process. So those are the deadlines for the nominations, okay? And so then this is some information about housing. ESIA has a contract with the French National Student Housing Agency, which means that we can get housing for you in Paris or the Paris region at a much better price than most apartments. Right next to ESIA, for a studio apartment, it's about 800 euros a month, which is very expensive, but we can get housing for you that is around this price per month, okay? It's not beautiful, okay? It's not luxurious. It's very simple and basic, but it's a good choice for your budget so that you can be with us, okay? And here to talk about also, there are also university restaurants where this is considered a very, very cheap price for a full meal. A full meal means you get a starter, a main course, and dessert, okay? And so this you can take advantage of, okay? And then there's another accommodation, CROUS, this word CROUS, that's the National Student Housing Agency, okay? And we will send all of this information to the team here so they can share it with you, okay? And then private housing is possible too. Thank you. Yeah, lovely, thank you very much. And so this is of course more expensive, but it's possible if you prefer something that's a little bit more comfortable than the public student housing apartments, okay? And we will help you. If you decide you want us to look for accommodation for you with public student housing, then we will do that. No problems with that, okay? And that's for the Laval campus. You will probably not come to Laval, at least not the first year, because in Laval we do not teach in English, only in French. Okay, so that's the cafeteria at the school, and it's just a very short presentation, but I just wanted to get this opportunity to talk to you today and see about your international desires, where you would like to go and what your plans are, okay? So maybe we can open up for some questions for you if you have questions, or maybe first I could ask you to tell me a little bit about yourselves. Okay, do you already have a plan to go abroad? Do you have a plan?
I think my French level is not good enough, so maybe I should improve my French first.
Okay, but the courses are taught in English. You're concerned about life outside. Yeah. What would you say about that?
Yeah.
Don't you think that there's a lot of people in Paris who can speak English?
Mm-hmm.
There's more and more people in Paris who speak English.
More than here.
More than here?
Yeah. And
What do you mean? There's more French people who speak English than
English is better in French than in Taiwan.
Okay, so when you go here outside, most people speak just Chinese?
Not really. You can speak a bit English, but the level it depends where you are.
Right.
If you are in Taipei, it's different than in Tianjin. But
Okay.
sometimes I find like people with not really good English, but it's okay for a simple conversation.
Mhm.
And are you having a good time here in?
Yeah.
So they don't speak Chinese and they are really having a good time. So for the non-French speaking coming to France, it's more or less the same. You can communicate in English, even if you are in a French speaking environment.
And it's also the better way to learn French language because I meet some Taiwanese speak a bit French, and the one at the best level is stay like 1 year in France every time.
I think too, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I think that there's a lot of Taiwanese students who go to the US or to Australia to study. But if you go to a European destination, it's going to make you different. Your CV will be different from your classmates' CV. And I think this is important. I don't know what it's like here in, we can just unplug this now. I'm done with the presentation, so then thank you very much for that. Thank you for making it possible. What was I going to say?
Yeah. What you say that most people, most Thai students want to go to States and Australia. Taiwanese, they want to go to States or Australia. But if you go somewhere else, for example, France, you're going to be different. And it doesn't mean that you cannot go to the States or to Australia. Why not? Just the year after, or maybe just to get a job, an internship, and then your profile will be really, really unique. You see, it's the same for our students. When they come here, they are in their third year, okay, and we tell them, just there to go somewhere else. Not to the United Kingdom, to the States or Australia. This opportunity for you is unique. And then now you get the knowledge about all this region, which is very, very important and interesting. And why not in later you can do your internship in the UK or in English speaking country if you want. So you have both.
Yeah.
And then when you finish your studies, your profile is going to be really different.
The problem is that in France, at least, the engineering schools and computer science all have the same program. It's the same program, so the students look alike, but it's their international experience and also their projects and their internships. Because you can't choose really the content of your program to make it unique, but what you can choose are the projects that you work on, the internships that you do, and the international experience. Those are what I would call differentiating values that you can put into your CV, okay, your resume, or do you use LinkedIn here? You use LinkedIn, okay. Your LinkedIn profile will be enhanced by those unique experiences that are specific to you, okay.
And also you will live during 1 semester in Paris. And that's the good experience for discover the city and the habit of Paris people. A bit different than in
Very different
here.
than here.
Yeah, really
Very
different.
different. Yes.
And all this international experience, business, is you're going to gain many skills, personal skills for the real life. You're going to gain in adaptability, solving problems, intercultural, independence, and you open your mind, you discover new people, and then you will understand other ways of thinking, and that's what we need. Really, it's very important.
And so you are studying French. Yes. And can you tell us why you chose French?
Because I like French culture.
Yeah. So you must come to France.
You like the literature, paintings, art,
Fashion.
fashion, all of it?
That's good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's great because Tangkang has many relationships with French universities, and you will have your full choice. Yeah.
And you'll be surprised to know that in France, in our school, for example, quite a few students, they learn Chinese. And they are very interested in Asian culture, not only Taiwan, but
South Korea, Thailand,
Japan,
Asia in
Asia in general. Yeah. So yes, and maybe they are not going to come here, but just like you, they just like it, they love it. And we offer Chinese as a foreign language in our school.
And do you have any questions for us?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Merci pour votre présentation. Je pense que j'ai appris beaucoup de choses. Merci
Mais
infiniment.
vous parlez français!
Non, j'ai beaucoup fait beaucoup d'erreurs.
Non,
mais
c'est très bien.
Très bien.
Non.
Ah oui.
J'ai appris le français pour 6 mois, mais souvent je fais beaucoup d'erreurs de grammaire français.
Ah non, vous parlez comme ça et tout le monde comprendra.
Si vous parlez rapidement, je ne peux pas comprendre.
Mais moi non plus. Okay. From my voice, where do you think I'm from?
I think you're from Paris.
What about me? Where do I come from?
Because I cannot recognize the north or south accent.
Accents?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
But you know what? I grew up in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. My name now is Susan Lubé, but my name before was Susan Lee, Lee. That was my family name, okay? And so I didn't come to France until my first time I was 20 years old. And I came as a student because I was in love with French. And I was in love with France, okay? And it's hard to understand why. I don't know, but there was something about France that made me, it had an echo in me. You know, I would say a resonance, okay? And so I loved coming here. And then I came here several times to France, several times to study. And I ended up marrying a Frenchman and moving to France. And now I've lived in France for almost 30 years. I have an American passport and a French passport, okay? But I started my life where nobody in my family in the US speaks French. Nobody in my family has ever lived in Europe, okay? So I was the first one to go out and do these things. And it's not always easy when you're the one who's kind of a little bit different from the other ones, okay? And you want to leave and you want to do something that's unique and you have this kind of double culture in you, okay? But I think you gotta go for it, okay? If you can, try to go for it. When I was your age, I worked in the summers and I worked at Christmas vacation to save money so that I would be able to go to France.
And my case, it was a bit different because I'm Spanish. I'm not French, I'm Spanish. And I went to France and I didn't speak a word of French. My objective was to learn French. So it is possible. And French people, they are very kind. Things went in a certain way, and I decided to stay. So the language is very important, and I was really curious and open to understand French culture. Even though with Spain we are neighbors, but we are very different too. And if you go anywhere in France, even I suppose here in Taiwan, you have many different places. The north is very different from the south, from the east, from the west. So you go to Laval, it's very different from Paris. There are good things in Laval, good things in Paris, or if you go to Marseille. So yes, I mean, if you are curious and you accept the difference, and the difference is rich. So don't be afraid.
Okay.
And of course, at the international office, we love to welcome international students. It's not like here because we don't get big numbers.
No.
So when we have international students, we take care of them.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you for your
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you. Thank you for making it possible for us to meet these lovely young people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 谢谢你们。那okay, so it's the end of the presentation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to have a group photo with the students?
That would be lovely. Yes. Let's do that.
跟那个老师一起拍照。
Should we stand in front of this? Yeah.
Okay. 你们可以再来这边。这边的。
三个一起来，你是什么兴趣？哦，你是日文系的，怎么那么不一样？
可能要挤中间一点，这样才看一下。可能要分两排哦。
那就出现两个 right? Would you like to yeah
Further?
like further
Further.
to prevent to avoid the
Okay, you're right.
yes
Yes. Okay.
okay
Good one.
you sure okay 1 2 3 your face shadow okay yeah 1 2 3 2 3 would you like to have some different gesture gesture and then okay okay 1 2 3 1 2 3 thank you
Thank you so much. Thank you.
all right okay 好，谢谢你们，就是今天的座谈就结束。如果想问还是可以问问题，我们下一位来者，谢谢。那问什么问题？可以下来问老师。
用你同胞，把握这个事实。